ReCalibur, eco-tools and youth work for collective creativity.
Hi, welcome to this ReCalibur video tutorial on a method called the milling. The milling is an active and non-verbal practice based on silent encounters that help people to see each other more fully in their shared humanity as a community. The present global realities strike us with greater impact when we relate to our face-to-face experience of another person. The experience can be done with groups of any size. However, it would be recommended for the group to be an even number, so that throughout the exercise people can meet in pairs. The length of the exercise itself is approximately 20 minutes, to which then a debriefing of variable duration can take place. It requires a space, which can be both indoor or outdoor, big enough to have people walking freely around. The exercise is narrated to participants, who will be invited to react to what is said by the facilitator throughout the whole experience. So make sure you have a printed copy of the script at hand. You can adapt the text as you see more fitting, so go through it before in order to see if there is anything you feel you would like to change or edit, and also to get familiar with what you will be narrating to the group. Be sure, as the guide, that your comments are non-manipulative. Never tell people what to think or feel. Keep your suggestions in accordance with the present reality. Once you have made a large open space in the room, invite people to mill, to circulate around the room at a fairly energetic pace without talking. Stress that they are to remain silent throughout the whole practice, and they will have to follow your voice for suggestions on what to do next. In the first part, people are moving as if they were on busy city streets, suggesting a feeling of hurry, where in the so-called modern society, time is money, and reminding people how time is accelerating. Next, the pace slows, and participants become aware of each other's presence. Then it begins a series of one-to-one encounters. Take care to point out that when they meet, remind them that they don't need to lock eyes, but that they can simply relax their gaze and open their awareness to the whole person. Be sure to give ample milling time between encounters to relieve the intensity and allow the experience to sink in. The first encounter draws attention to the sheer presence of the other and their choice to be here. In the following one, the focus moves to the other person's knowledge of our present situation and their willingness to face it. In the next, the sense of touch is used to heighten awareness and imagination. And in the last and fourth encounter, we acknowledge the danger each person faces in this planet time and the gifts they can bring to it. Some facilitators have people sit down with their last partner for a few minutes of sharing in order to decompress from the experience, focusing on how they felt through the different phases of the exercise. Then the debriefing could be open on the level of the big group, still focusing on the feelings of the participants and the development of connection and awareness from the first encounter to the last one. The milling comes from Joanna Macy's work that reconnects, a form of group work designed to foster the desire and ability to take in the process of healing of our world. Since its inception in the late 1970s, it has helped many people around the globe to find solidarity and courage to act, despite rapidly worsening social and ecological conditions. This work is also known as deep ecology, that can be done alone and has enriched many individual lives, but is ultimately designed for groups and communities. Its effect is deeper and more enduring when experienced interactively with others, for its approach is improvisational and its practice is synergistic. In order to facilitate the exercise, the facilitator should have a good awareness of how to create a safe space and how to care for people's emotional well-being. If one feels too pressured by having both the responsibility of the group dynamic and the narrative, it could be a good idea to have a second person standing by as a co-facilitator, there to observe the group and ready to jump in if needed. I personally find the milling a very powerful exercise of connection and visioning, which also can provide a good change of pace, especially after people have been sitting and talking. It offers us to take a wider ego perspective, both on spatial level and on an historical level, connecting us with what came before us, how much of that is embedded in who we are now, and how it will be passed on to the future generations.